Hey everyone. Sorry I missed yesterday. Something came up. But we're back today. Yeah, you probably noticed the new roles on Discord. So sign up for those if you want stream alerts from now on. I'm going to stop spamming at everyone. Because I know my streaming time doesn't work for everybody. So yeah, it's for Happy Friday. We're going to do a little bit of optimization today. Because we kind of pushed our buildable area to the point at which we're noticing some lag. So since it's all working now, we can finally optimize it. What's game updates we're all going to receive? It's going to receive whatever I'm going to call major updates. So I'm probably not going to once we get the games out in people's hands, like obviously at the moment it's going to be mainly for like jams, like jam game updates. Like when we release a jam game or we release a major post-launch or post-jam version. Later on, it's going to be whatever I call a major update. So it's not going to be like every patch. It's going to be like some minor patch notes will probably not get added at people. But like anytime I add a new feature or some kind of major version, that's what it's going to be for. That way people who just kind of want to follow the game development can do so without necessarily getting spammed every time I go live. Yeah, like when mini delivery was finished. That's a great example. But yeah, feel free to sign up for both of them. Who knows, we might have a new category in the future. I don't know what that would be, but trying to be more tailored, trying to slowly add layers of stuff. So there's still like a weird, it feels like there's still a bit of a Z indexing order issue here. Oh, I have a printer on somewhere. Let's go find that print. But how's everyone doing? We've almost made it to the weekend. Yeah, this is noticeably slower. This is maybe too big a buildable area still. It's 17 by 17. May want a little bit more in the way of buffer, which would just take us back to where we started. Yeah, so this is weird. So it works here. You can kind of see it doing its thing. And then when it gets right here, it's weird that that's how that works. If we look at the grid layer thing, it's actually on the other side. So it should definitely be higher. I might still downsize it, but let's do some optimization now at the bigger size. I feel a sneeze coming on, so of course I cannot. All right, so where are the opportunities for the major opportunities for optimization? Probably the flood fill, maybe. I don't feel like it. I think the flood fill just kind of needs to do its thing. Maybe it doesn't need to run every single time we make a change, but I feel like it should. So we could reduce the search space of some of these things. We could let them run in the background on like a different thread or something. The system where we recalculate the hull types for our layer and the layer either above or below it is a bit inefficient. We could like just refer to our neighbor maybe. We'd have to be able to find them. Man, if I just reduce the size of the search space, I could just fix all of this without any major optimizations. I'm kind of tempted to do so because I feel like this is honestly too big. This like buildable area here, like if we fill it out, I feel like this is too big. I don't understand what's happening here at the front. Oh, this is interesting. It actually just, everything is, oh, look at this. This area gets bigger as we go down. Yeah, there's some Z indexing we need to fix here. Interesting how it goes out like this. Curious. Yeah, this feels like quite a big area. There's really not much around the margins. I kind of want to shrink it a little bit more. It's so close. Yeah, we're close to being able to just build stuff, to start building ship designs again. We should probably get doors back in here is what we should probably do. Get the ability to draw doors. Because that's going to be complicated and involve the auto tiler quite a bit. Because you need to be able to draw like single tile doors, double tile doors. I don't think I'm going to support triple tile doors or arbitrary tile like length doors. I don't know how I'm exactly going to catch it though, either. So we'll have to figure out how we're going to do that. Yeah, I'm very pleased at the auto tiler so far. I mean, we're not going to use the whole buildable area because, like, we're going to start adding, like, exterior tile pieces, like slopes and stuff like that. Perplexed about this Z indexing issue. Maybe we don't want the lines to appear actually at all. Maybe we'd actually prefer doing it this way. Go back to trying it this way from the inside, because right now they're the outside. Kind of tempted to try it from the inside. There be items, objects that have to be placed outside. There will be. There will be like gun turrets or like radio dishes, stuff like that. Yeah, I want to eventually be able to support like spacewalks on like the side or the top of the ship. That's a good point. So we need margins for that, huh? Yeah. All right, let's see if I like this grid shape better. Yeah, this is better. It kind of solves our... Oh, wait. Yeah, that's a problem. So there's something weird about this. Because look, it's not... It shouldn't be showing up in front here. There's like an off by one error or something that's happening, which is very weird. Oh, it's because they're on the same tile now. Shoot. It's weird that it kicks over here. Okay, so we can't just solve that issue by doing this. Okay, I see. We just increase all of these by 1. Gotta drop off. It makes sense then because you were concerned about using the top floor layer as a ceiling. It's going to be a surface for exterior objects. It makes perfect sense. Yeah, exactly. No worries. Have a good meeting, Fonalinsky. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, so we'll try this with a 1 higher Z index. Okay, it almost works. I think there's maybe a Z... Oh, Y sort's not on. That's why. That's why. It should be pretty much fixed now. Yeah, it is. Okay, turn your Y sorting on, people. Don't forget Y sorting. Okay, that's perfect. I don't want to do some like hiding of things. Oh, that's so good. You can see the roof changing color as we pass under the surface above it. I wonder if I want to try showing what's going on above somehow. Maybe I don't want to show all the grid lines. Maybe I want to show something else when I'm building. And then show like an outline of what's built above and below or something like that. I don't know. I think it's kind of hard to tell where you are in the builder tool. All right, so let's think about some optimizations. What we kind of do now is every single frame, if the tile maps have changed at all, we fully recalculate like basically everything. And it's like, is there an opportunity to do a little less of that? That'd be the easiest thing to do, would be just to do it less often. Oh shoot, we need to get our saving and loading system working again. Our old saving and loading system just worked on a single tile data, a tile map data that covered the whole thing. Would that still work? Let me bring up the docs here. I'm getting a little distracted, but I want to make sure this whole system works before we move on from it. So this should still have a tile map data. Yeah, tile map data. So we could still save these probably. Could honestly probably still use a mostly similar system. And then just stack the tile map datas on top of each other. Well, let's not worry about that right now. We're thinking of optimization right now. Right, so this is the kind of stuff we do. Partition. I'm trying to imagine how you could do a partial partition of space, and I don't know if you could. We could look and see, we could see like, did our change, if we are placing or removing tiles, did our placement or removal actually change the space in a meaningful way? But I don't know how you would do that. I think that's too complicated and would actually probably be more expensive than just running the partition. If anything, what we could do eventually is offload some of this stuff to like C# or C++. Like rewrite some of this stuff at a lower level, or in a language that's just more conducive to simulation, just running pure script, like script performance. But it's not so bad that I think I care. The partition, actually the flood fill partition stuff, I might eventually care, because we're going to run this all the time. Anytime there's a change, like if a door opens or a wall explodes, we need to do some partitioning stuff. So maybe that's the site of a future optimization pass. For now, we can maybe try to reduce the amount that we're doing for this hull type and atlas chords thing. Right now they're checking the entire tile blocks deal, but we could actually change tile blocks so that it works a little differently. Right now tile blocks is a sparsely packed dictionary. We could make it a densely packed array and then just slice off the parts of it that we need for each layer. But I'm honestly wondering if that's like worth it. Because we'll have to store a lot more. Slice would make a copy, right? Yeah, it retains a new array. So we'd be increasing the storage. Oh my god, I have to sneeze so badly, but it's not happening. Okay, thank God. I've been waiting for that for like 20 minutes. Hey, the Logic Geek. For the size increase, you're referring to the slices themselves. So yes, let me tell you about the anatomy of a spaceship. So our anatomy of our starship is like so. I'll just make this editable for a second. So a starship has a hull. A hull has, at the moment, 6 decks. And each deck has, for now, 6 layers. It's going to be more. It's going to be more. Like, we're going to need to add another layer for doors very shortly. And probably a few more layers for decorations and stuff. And so right now, they're all referring to a single dictionary that's on the hull, which has a list of all of the different tile blocks, which are like the big cuboid shapes here. It's got a list of all of them. And it does quite a bit of duplicate calculation on each layer. So we could reduce the duplication of the calculations, but we would end up increasing the amount of information we're storing. So it's like a classic trade-off. And like we noticed a little bit of lag. It's not so bad at this size, and honestly, if we just scale it down one more size, it's going to be totally not noticeable, which I think we're going to do for design reasons anyway, just make the buildable space a little smaller. So I might be kind of wasting my time, honestly, thinking about this. Feels pretty smooth even at this size. I was just thinking about how we could optimize it. But yeah, I kind of prefer just working on one dictionary instead of splicing out the layers we actually need across each deck. So yeah, that was a dumb idea. We're not going to do that. Let's just make the layers smaller again, or the buildable area smaller, and not do any optimization. Let's just reduce the size to the point that we no longer care about optimization. But anyway, how's it going? How's it going, the Logic Geek? How are you doing? We're kind of tired after the week, so we're looking for the easy wins today here. Might end up just be trying to fix our serialization system for saving and loading and undo redo, which we broke when we switched to 4.3, because we had to re-engineer everything for tile map layers instead of just using a single tile map for everything. So let's go back down, and this should be 7, -7 and 7. So yeah, this would be a 15 by 15 buildable area, which still feels pretty big, honestly. That's as big as any FTL ship, and that's just one layer. We have like 5 or 6 buildable layers. You're doing well. Data efficiency planning is always a worthwhile rabbit hole. If nothing else, it helps with perspective. Yeah, that's true. But as Cuba said, the numbers we're dealing with at this scale are small. Like they're so small. Like a 15 by 15 grid is small. Even 6 15 by 15 grids is small in terms of volume. 15 by 15 by 6, that's like a few thousand. You're doing well. That's good to hear. You still haven't remotely figured out a first Godot project, and you're actively trying not to get stuck in tutorial hell. I mean, game jams, I would say, are a good start because they force you to be practical and do something, like towards a goal in a limited amount of time. And they're pretty low stakes. The other thing that I think can be cool, especially if you're kind of still learning the engine and trying not to get caught too much in tutorial hell, but still want to learn stuff, is try to come up with systems like code templates. Like I've got a side project which is just a code template project, and it's like it just has versions of like the idea is to just have a default way of handling things like user interface, serialization, stuff like that. Stuff that's like pretty similar. Scene management, stuff that's pretty similar in each game. And you can come up with these separate little projects and you can be like, how do I want to do scene management? How do I want to do UI? And you can have these little code snippets or template projects and just use those. Hey, Quellis. How's it going? DIGITAL ILIAD. That's good. That's the craziest I've seen so far. How are you doing today? What have you been up to? I've seen you streaming in the afternoons. I haven't been. I've been too busy with work to tune in much, but hope things are well. But yeah, that's my idea. Logic Geek, a solid suggestion. You have classing things out. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I think unless you have unless you want to learn just in the nitty gritty of a specific game, developing systems is really good because then you're ready when you do have a game idea. You're not like, oh shoot, I've never done serialization. What am I gonna do? You have a plan at least. I really, before my next big major game jam, I really need to finish my code templates. Things are going really good. Your game feels like it's really starting to come together. That is good to hear. That is good to hear. That is nice. Yeah, it can be really tough depending on the game you're making. Like the game I'm making here is a strategy game, so it's like it's gonna take so long before it starts to come together. And it's one of those things where it's like the more complicated the multifaceted the game is, the more stuff you have to build before you even get a sense of whether the game is working or not. What am I doing? I'm changing the buildable area. So the buildable area is now going to be the ship volume is greater than the buildable area for reasons. Mainly so we can flood fill around it. But yeah, now it's such a small, now it's going to be a small enough area where we really don't even need performance optimization. Yeah, now it's like super smooth. It's about as smooth as I think it's going to be. And I don't think it gets more complicated the more stuff we build. Like, I don't think it does, but we can build some stuff out. See if this thing slows down at all as we try to build more things out. Just kind of seeing if it gets less responsive over time. Doesn't seem to be. We're going to be able to build ships really soon, really quickly. It's going to be really nice. Do you think UI and settings management are probably enough for you to get started down that path? Hell yeah. Yeah, that's what I started with too, was UI. I think next I'm going to do scene management. Because serialization to me is still project specific enough that I'm a little hesitant to just do it generically. But I think eventually I would like to. But yeah, we have a things are good in Iliad land. We have this really nice auto tile tool, which includes a compartmentalizer. So whenever you see a white room like this, it means it's a fully enclosed, pressurized room. And the middle gray are areas that are exposed to outer space, and the dark gray are areas that are fully entombed, like areas that have something built directly on top of or adjacent to them. We should probably get doors in here. It's probably what we should do. Doors or serialization. Let's focus on doors, maybe. Because the system isn't really like workable until we have doors. So our new tile set does not include doors. And here's the question. Here's the issue. We kind of need the doors to have the correct coloration. It's a bit of an issue. So we have some door scenes. I need to clean up this project. We have some door scenes because we're going to be handling doors as scenes. So we have our doors already. They animate too. So we've got our doors. We're very pleased with them. The thing about this, though, I think how we're going to do this is it's going to be we're going to use a proxy system. So I think how we're going to do it, maybe. Because we can either just directly place the scene collections in the tile map, or we can place some proxies and then move them over when the game starts, like turn them into scene collections. And there are some benefits to using proxies. Like the auto tiler might have an easier time for sure. Maybe not. Where it gets complicated is when we have like this, like the double door. It's a satisfying little animation on those. Thank you. I spent a lot of time on that. So the way we've done our double doors is we actually have them as separate pieces. So we have a lower component and an upper component. And there are these big old doors. Let me open them in here. I don't know where these are. So it gets more complicated with this, the blast door. So this one's more complicated because it's two separate pieces. Because it takes up two tiles to get to them. So these we need to treat as separate scenes, which is a little tedious, and I kind of would rather not do. But I don't think we have much of a choice. That's part of why using proxies would be nice, is I could have just separate proxy textures and then replace them with the actual doors when the game loads. So I am not sure how I want to do this. I definitely want it to be like if you just draw a single tile door, it uses a single door, and then if you drag it across, it makes a double door. I don't have any intention of like supporting larger doors than that. And the auto tiler needs to look and see like where the two walls are and like pick which direction to, pick which direction to place the door. Yeah, this is actually a good example. So like it would look and see where the span of the walls are and see where to orient the door. The other problem is we need to account for the compartments. So the external versus interior colorations of the door. We need to think about that too. This is a gross little ship that I built by hand before the auto tiler existed, that I still just kind of have sitting around. It's quite horrible compared to the auto tiler though. We're very pleased with the auto tiler by comparison. So I guess one thing I need to do is I need to draw the different colored versions of the door. So I need to see what colors we're using for the walls. I don't remember. So this one. Oh, I haven't changed the. I need to do some palette work here. So this palette needs to. I just want to add a single color. Let me add a single color here. I don't want to add a whole row, just one. There we go. And this needs to be transparent. How do I do the? Oh, I know how I do this. So is this color mode indexed? It is. Okay. So I do this. I need to fix this palette real quick. So we say color mode. Let's get rid of that color. And we'll say color mode. I want to do indexed colors so I can actually change my. Okay, so I need to add a transparent color at the top here. I don't remember how to move one of these. Oh, like this. There we go. And now we'll change this color mode to indexed. Can I change this color to be transparent? Clark making a food run. No worries. Yeah, thank you for leaving a tab. Thanks, Logic Geek. Good luck. Enjoy food. Why can't I make this thing transparent? It says it's transparent. It just doesn't look transparent. Maybe that's just a glitch. Let's try to save the palette. Sorry for that. I don't know why Windows is so effing loud. Okay, so this is transparent. It just doesn't look transparent. It's weird. Close this. Why can't I get this to show as being transparent? I can't get this first palette color to show as being invisible, being transparent. Why is it like that? All right, we're looking this up. Maybe there's just an issue of the background layer. There we go. I just needed to convert from a layer to a background, and then I can convert back to a background. No, I just layered. Let's open the other palette, see what they do. Oh, absolutely not what I wanted to do. Why is this palette color still showing as dark? I don't understand. Let's just open this palette again. The first color is just transparent gray. I don't know why it's not showing as it. Oh, okay. Yeah, why can't I just... Is there just an add to palette button? I forgot what it was. Here I have my zero color transparent, which is what I want on this palette. And then I want my zero index color here to be transparent too, but it It says it is. If I paint with it, it is. It's just not showing up as it. It's kind of frustrating. Maybe this one's color mode is not correct. Yeah, index colored, yeah. Okay. I convert it to background, it's busted again. Maybe it's a property of the background. Color 0, yeah, that's correct. Why does it do this? I mean, I can work with this, it's just like confusing. Just looks weird. Maybe it has to do with some transition. Maybe I need to make this again from scratch. Oh, is it locked? Is that why I can't do this? Is that why it's not showing correctly? Oh, I'm such an idiot. I had the palette locked. I want to die. Can I convert this back to background? And will it still do it? There we go. Oh, that was stupid. Here's a question. Did I put white here? No. Okay, crisis averted. Fixed my palette issue, which it's not a great palette, but it's mine. Okay, now if I open this and I load this palette, it should look correct, right? Yep. Okay, good. Oh, I should lock it. Open. Okay, these are locked. Okay, good. All right, we got about an hour left. Let's see if we can add these doors. It's also Friday the 13th. I forgot. What an auspicious day. All right, so now we see. Okay, so this is the correct color for being an outer door. Call this outer door. We're gonna make a new layer. Call this middle door. Oh, not what I wanted to do. I wanted to create a new layer from. Oh, why? Should I just copy and paste the whole layer? That's probably the easiest thing to do, yeah. Middle door. Make one more. This will be the inner door. We'll just color these correctly. A middle door doesn't make a lot of sense now that I think about it, but maybe it's something we'll still have. Got a good handle on the doors. You're killing me. Yeah, we're adding the 3 different hull colors to our doors so we can put them in here. This one, I don't know if we're going to end up using this one, but maybe we will. Oh, that's not the one I wanted to change. This one's the one I wanted to change. Why can I not draw on this? F. Oh, because the other one's on top of it. I see. It doesn't totally make sense to have a metal hull door, but I'm going to do it real quick. Actually, we're not going to do it because we don't need one. It's not a thing we're going to have. Let's just do the inner door. So the inner door is much brighter than the outer door. Outer doors will just be for like airlocks and stuff. I guess I could be doing non-continuous color replacement right now, but whatever. It's not like my professional workflow guru is watching and judging me right now. Okay, now we just need to brighten up this darker color here. What color is this? So this is quite a few darker. This is one lighter. That's maybe overkill. What if we use this one instead? Oh, I see. Is that one? One lighter, one darker. Okay, it is that. Okay. This one, so one darker is this one. All right, we got ads. Take a quick break right here. Oop, gonna have to do that a little differently. Be right back. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Alright, we're back. Okay, I recolored the outer door here. Seems fine. Or the inner door. This is the inner door. This one's the outer door. So we also need to do the blast doors. So I can either do the whole thing, or I can do the separate segments of it. I guess I'll do the segments. So I've had to split this door since it's 2 tiles. Part of me for a moment thought I needed to split the small door too, but I realized that the Y sorting should make it so as soon as a character passes through the midpoint of the door, they'll appear behind the door. So Y sorting should take care of it for this one. But this one is just 2 separate tiles, so we need to handle them as 2 separate tiles. So I'm just going to recolor the 2 segments of it. Oh lord, that can't be the right color. Oh, these have the wrong palette. Reload their palette. They store a local copy of their palette. Is that why it's not updating? It makes sense. They're also not indexed. Ooh, that's a problem. Are you at least indexed? Okay. I want to switch all of these to indexed color mode just in case I end up with like a palette swapping capability. I darkened these all a little bit, but are they at least consistent with this one? This one? That's that. Okay. It's fine. I don't totally understand why it's slightly darkened that to swap its color like that, but seems fine. So like you're this color. Oh, you're not even in the palette. Oh. What are you even colored with? Oh, weird. Okay. Really hope the low sat and the high sat grays are the same. There's a slight change when I switch to these. Oh well. Whatever. Alright, time to recolor. So we're doing the inner hull, which is this version. I don't want to do this one too, just to keep it. In case I ever want one of these that's just this, I kind of want to keep this one up to date. Oh, hold on. Hold the phone. Remembering my hotkeys. Oh no, the door again. It's good, Venom. We're adding we need an inner door and an outer door. So we're doing a recolor. Not much else is changing. Now we gotta turn continuous back on here. Anyway, how's it going, Venom? That's it for that one. It's good. The yellow kind of gets washed out. That's cool. Maybe it's just this one is more noticeable. Yeah, the yellow gets washed out a little bit, but I'm okay with it. It's Friday evening. Let's go. Yeah, exactly. We're almost there. I mean, out here it's not the evening, but out here it's the morning. But yeah, we're almost there. We're almost to the weekend. Pretzel, music, please. Would love some music right now, Pretzel. Pretzel subscription's coming up in a few months. If anyone has suggestions for alternative sources of music, I will entertain them. Pretzel ain't loading. Yeah, Pretzel is not my favorite, but they do have a lot of music. I just do not like when it's like silent. Are you back? Back. All right, that's it. That's it for the recolor. Just got to export all these. $12 a month for music, no thanks. Yeah, it's a little cheaper for me. I pay annually, but it was still like, I don't know what it was. Maybe it was like $90 for the whole year, something like that. The thing about it is they have YouTube safe music. So I could try something else. I could try like Twitch, the Twitch soundtrack. And then and that would just rip the music out of the YouTube VOD. In theory. But I don't know. I'm multi-streaming to YouTube and Twitch at the same time. So I don't know. Just play Mozart. Yeah. I don't know. I have a hard time. I'd kind of have a reaction like the guy at the end of like Malcolm McDowell at the end of Clockwork Orange, when Beethoven just drives him insane. That would be me with too much classical music. I like jazz, but like classical music is too much for me. It's too smart for me. Kind of drives me crazy. All right, let's start exporting these. So export sprite sheet by rows. Preview. Visible layers, all frames. How did I like doing this before? Let me go look in Godot. Go look at my resource here. Any really old music? That's a good point. Classical music is so good. Yeah, it is. I don't know. I don't know if any old music would work. What if you have like an old music and then it like someone put it in like a high profile movie trailer and then you just get copyright struck because they're like, oh, you're playing this something from this movie trailer. I don't know how smart those systems are. Where are the animated door segment things? Blast door, here we are. Is that packed? It's not rows. Might be just packed. Packed. Output file. This is blast door. Dynamic or anim. We'll say anim. Blast door anim. Yeah, how about inner anim? Inner anim. I'm gonna call this double door instead of blast door. Double door, inner annum. Double door, inner annum. That's confusing, but that's what we're doing. Oh, that was not the double door though. Oops. I thought that's what I was exporting. Well, in that case, single door, double door, inner annum. Call this. They have a time limit. Music, the copyright duration of music composed is the same as for books, paintings, and other literary artworks. Author's lifetime plus 70 years. Don't quote me. I'm gonna quote you. I'm gonna quote you in my copyright strike appeal. I'm gonna be like, but Venomweed said it was okay. Single door, outer annum. Okay. Single door. Okay, how'd these turn out? Should probably put door first, but whatever. I can start doing more folders. We're gonna start doing more folders and change our file organization. It's getting a little I like organizing by file type for smaller projects, but this project is getting big. Okay, yeah. Packed is good. Packed is okay. Let's finish the rest of this. Here we go again. This has happened to you before. All right. Control E. Double door inner annum. Oh God, sorry. The Windows notification sound is so loud. I need to figure out how to change that. Sprite, visible layers, all frames. I can do some padding. Get it up to 2 by power of 2. We'll see. I don't need to do that right now. I might need to do that eventually for outlining, so that we don't get like shader bleed when we do if we do any outlining. Although I think for this I want to do inner lining, or not even inner lining. I want to do something weird for these. Oh, this actually has to be double door, inner, lower. This is the lower segment. Lower seg, annum. Double door, inner, lower annum. Okay. Delete system 32. That would solve the issue. Double door, outer, lower annum. Double door, inner, upper annum. I want upper and lower. I'll rename these files later. I get kind of obsessive about naming files. Double door, outer, upper annum. Okay, did I get them all? Double door, inner anim. Oh, I gotta delete this one. Inner anim, upper anim, outer lower, outer upper. Actually, yeah, I want inner and outer first because that's how I group them. Okay, we got it. Did you make the palette yourself? Yes. We have a couple palettes that we use. We have a we have 2 palettes that we use. 3 if you count the skin tone palette. So we have a low saturation palette and a high saturation palette. They're not great, but you know, I followed along with like an Atom C Units tutorial. Did a little hue shifting. It's pretty limited, the colors we can represent. Like we don't have a dark yellow, we don't have light red. So I might add some more ramps to it. But we just have different colors. We put 9 shades for each color. Theoretically, they both ramp into black and white, but we have a low sat for the environment. So hopefully we can do some, but that are otherwise they're pretty much the same, except for their sat. We'll see. It's pretty limited, but you're stealing the Grovebox palette. Fair. I like a number of different palettes. Usually, if I'm jamming, I'll just go with one of these. I'll go with one of the AAP palettes. I like those, like Splendor 128 or AAP 64. But yeah, there's lots of defaults in here, which is pretty nice. I'm tempted to try the Zugi 32 someday. It looks really cool. If I want to do something really soft, I might try that one. All right, that's it. That's it for the doors. Do we have all our door files now? I think we do. All right, so now we got to decide if we're just going to do this as a scene collection. I think the answer is yes for now, until we run into an issue. A Google one is also nice. Logic Geek, welcome back. You're saying you're late to the discussion, but the distinction of the classical music thing is that the music of, say, Bach is accessible legally, but a 2007 recorded performance of Bach's Brandenburg concertos would still be a copyright strike potential because the individual orchestra recorded performance would still be in effect. Yeah, it's risky. That's why I like, as for all the criticism I yield to Pretzel Rocks and some of its technical issues, they take care of everything for me. Like, all of their music is not just Twitch safe, but it's YouTube safe. Because I'm not that worried about Twitch copyright. YouTube copyright is scary. Because Twitch is not my main archive. Like, because Twitch will only hold my VODs for, 60 days? But YouTube is holding that stuff indefinitely. So it's gotta be good. I have to be confident that I'm not going to lose any of it. So do we just add one scene collection and call it doors, or do we add like a number of scene collections? Kind of torn. Maybe we had a single door and a double door collections. Why would I want multiple collections? The main reason would be simplifying the Atlas coord calculator so we could do one source ID thing. Yeah, YouTube is playing baseball. 3 strikes, you gone. Yeah, YouTube has no mercy and sometimes no real verification. Yeah, so we're... And YouTube gives me whatever they call it. That's like copyright. They're not warnings. They're like notifications of like, there's copyrighted music in this video, but they're like, the music's allowed to be played on YouTube. And that's Pretzel Rocks, like making sure that the music is all licensed and stuff. So for all my grumbling, I don't know what a better solution would be. Because I'm not going to be able to, you know, make enough music to have like hours worth of music available. Whatever. So we're going to have a single door and a double door scene collection here. Oh, we need to build the scenes out now. Or we need to rebuild the scenes. So single door x-axis. Do you inherit your stuff from something? Collision, polygon. Oh. Why are you off? Oh, okay. Weird that kind of drifted. Why do I have a collision shape for a door? Oh, it's for the mouse picker. That's why. This is an old door scene that I haven't used in a while. But I think I'm going to just reuse the same scenes. So we have... So you're a single door x-axis. I actually don't want spaces in my node names anymore, I've decided. So we're going to rename that. Yeah, I agree. Logic Geek, Venomweed. Doesn't YouTube itself have like tons of music for playing? The audio library in YouTube Studio, you can find royalty-free production music and sound effects to use in your videos. Interesting. Music and sound effects from the YouTube audio library are copyright safe. The audio library is found exclusively in YouTube Studio. That might be the problem then, because we're in OBS and we're multi-streaming to YouTube and Twitch simultaneously. But I'll look into that. I'll take a look at YouTube Studio. If I'm making a YouTube video, which I need to start doing, like separate from the live stream, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll consider that. It's a good suggestion. Thank you. Yeah, Bartlane. You were really getting excited for some classical tunes? All right. Well, you know, you have a channel redemptions. You could pick a radio station for 2,000 channel points. You can make me listen to classical music whenever you want. You know, as long as you got the points. I mean, just delete the Twitch VOD. That's not a bad idea, actually. So there should be below, near where the chat says. This is my incredibly knowledgeable moderator. There's a section that's listed as shields and spears. It has my logo next to it. You click on it, you should have channel point redemption options. I don't know how it looks on the phone, honestly. But yeah, you can redeem different activities and things that I have to do. Okay, Venomweed beat you to it. What do you want? This is the list of radio stations. Oh, Venomweed is so nice. Giving you the choice. Oh, classical is not on there. I'll put classical on the list. I think it's an option. Classical. Yeah, classical's an option. I'll put it on there. I didn't put that in the list of stations for some reason. But they actually changed their list of stations, so I need to update the list that Halper posted. With OBS, the application audio capture still says beta, but works beautifully. So if you want to filter out the random Windows notification sounds, you could specifically target just the audio sources you want. It's how you kept Windows and Discord pings out of your game recordings. Ooh, good suggestion. I have a Wave microphone, so I also have the Wave audio link. So I need to do more. I need to be routing my audio through there. Okay, classical it is. I'd rather listen to classical than trance. I'll listen to that for the last 20 minutes of the stream. Let me know if it's too quiet. Bit quiet? All right. All right, I turned it up a bit. All right, let's fix these doors. I almost kind of want to rebuild these from scratch a little bit. These scenes, these door scenes. I kind of want a common door that's like the parent of all doors. Reminds you of Looney Tunes. Now those are people who made use of copyright, public domain. So we're gonna start with an area. Oh, wow, we're partying in chat right now. The hype. So much hype. The My Little Dancing Crew. All right, so let's set these up to be the same. So we want to set up Y sort. I think that's it. Okay, so then we add in a collision polygon. We don't give it a shape though. Make it invisible by default. We add an animated sprite. Animated sprite 2D. So that's all needs to be customized. Is there anything else we need to do here? The animated sprite? I don't think we need Y sort enabled because the animated sprite is not going to have children. So yeah, that's fine. We have a shader material here. What is this? Oh, we have a door highlight shader material. Let me go look at this. Do I actually use this for anything? I don't think so. Maybe I do. So if I say, how do I get this to trigger? Oh, I'm not sure if I've set this material up correctly. Use parent material. Okay. So this is supposed to be my door highlighter material, but I need to change it. So it'd be a material that turns the black outlines into white, but I don't have it working right now. If I played a game called what are your plans for the weekend? Chat and Dave, saying your name just reminded me. Have I played a game? I've never played Dangerous Dave. I want to play the Dave the Diver. Dave the Diver's on my list for like a nice Steam Deck game to play. But I haven't heard of Dangerous Dave. Check that out. Weekend plans, lots of cleaning, lots of catching up on things. We're kind of, where I live in San Francisco, we're kind of in our summer. Our summer is like late August to like October-ish, sometime in October, usually early. So yeah, maybe I'll try to get outdoors while the getting's good. Timer. Why is your timer hooked up, but you have no script? That's suspicious. What is this hooked up to? Oh, it's hooked up to its parent? That's weird. You don't have a script though. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. I'm just gonna disconnect that. Actually, I'm not gonna disconnect it. I'm just gonna not care about it. We will add a timer though, because doors do need timers. We're just not gonna set it up right now. But by default, timers are one shot. Okay, so this is the makeup of any door. Any door will have these things: a collision polygon, an animated sprite, and a timer. Very old game. Dave the Diver's on sale on Steam for a few more days. Oh, nice. It's on your wish list, but you kept skipping it over on days. Oh, wow. Dangerous Dave, 1988. Yeah, I feel like I've heard of that game before, but I've never played it. I'll have to go check it out. Assuming I can still find a way to play it. All right, so any door is going to inherit this door. So let's make a... Go to our scenes here. I'm going to make a folder here for doors. Doors. Put the door scene in here. This way I can go back later and call some of these older obsolete scenes. Found a pirated version back in Windows XP Vista days. Yeah, okay. I'll see. Maybe it's on Good Old Games or something. Who knows? New inherited scene. So this is going to be a single door x-axis. Okay, and we'll just set it up to be like our other one here. Do we have a sprite frame for the single door? I hope we do. Single door open. We do. We have a pre-existing sprite frame. So resource, path, sprite frames, single door open T-res. How do I know how do I change the sprite that it's tied to? Can I use this with different sprites? Let's see. So this is the other, I see. So we're gonna try this. We're gonna try to add in the single door open. Yeah, it already has this sprite, so how do I change that? Oh, do I have to just do this differently? Can I not do it like this? It looks like we'll need to make sprite frames for each one. Or at least make a variant. So let's say copy frames, paste frames. Looks like add frames from sprite sheet is the only option. So it looks like I'm gonna need to make my own and then save it if I want to have a different one for each sprite. I could also use animation player if I wanted to be more complicated, but animated sprite 2D seems like fine for this. So let's say new sprite frames, resource. So we'll grab our new single door let's do outer anim, I guess. Makes me feel so important. Like whatever we're doing here really matters. This is actually single door, outer x-axis. And we're going to rename it in the scenes. Single door, outer x-axis. It was a little sarcastic, maybe, just a little. I mean, because what I'm doing is definitely not important. And the collision layer thing. So this also isn't the x-axis one. So where do I invert the frames? So how did I do this? This is my question. Ah, there's a flip. Flip H. And we need to offset it. Flip H. Offset it a little bit here. What was the offset we used here? 0 minus 12. I like this. It's like a Chinese classical music. You flipped it? Yeah, we gotta flip the... We just drew one sprite, but we're flipping it. So we can have doors along one axis and doors along another axis. Just flipping the door. Flipping the sprite horizontally. Yeah, we're gonna change the way we organize this. Maybe I'll do that this weekend. Change the way I organize the file structure. Just confuse the hell out of Git. All right, single door, outer x-axis. We actually call it single outer x-axis door. Since door is the least determinate thing about the name. I like to put the most determinate things about something first. Or like the things that distinguish, the most distinguishing characteristic about the thing. So it matters that it's the single variant, it matters that it's the outer and the x-axis. And it matters least that it's a door. At least as far as like distinguishing it from other doors. It obviously matters that it's a door. I mean, by some people's argument, maybe you put door first. So that if you just see it somewhere, you see door, and then you see single outer. Yeah, I actually like that logic. Just because I can't see my whole file structure tree here. So maybe we say door, single, outer, x-axis. Yeah, let's do it that way. This is like a stupid thing to be. Are you duplicating the assets or are you programmatically mirroring them? I didn't pay attention. Inhaling lunch. No worries. It's a good point. So we're not duplicating it. We're just flipping the sprite. So actually here, I can have this be this resource, this sprite frame animation. We just need one per sprite sheet, not one per side. So I can actually rename this to be open door single outer. Actually, we can just call it door single outer. Maybe I'll call it frames. I say anim. Or single outer anim. Because you can't really tell what kind of a resource is. It's just a T-res. So usually I don't like putting the type of something in its file name, but for this I will. So yeah, we don't need two different sets of sprite frames. We just flip the sprite. Door single outer x-axis. All right, we're coming up on time here. I've got a meeting right at 10 in 15 minutes, and I need some prep time for it. So we're actually going to do the rest of this later. It's been really nice. I have to run now. But I hope everyone has had a great weekend, or will have a great weekend. It's almost over, even though it hasn't started yet. It feels like it's almost over. But yeah, I gotta run. I'll be back Monday. But I appreciate everyone hanging out. Can't you just attach a script and flip it with code that we only have one asset? Yes, you can do that. That is doable, but I want it to look correct in the editor. Actually, maybe I don't care about that. That's a good point, Venom. I'm gonna think about that. Because we don't build these in the editor. We build them in-game. Thank you for dropping that last piece of wisdom on me before I gotta go. But thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. And we'll just end with some sweet pseudo-classical music. I don't know what this is. It's definitely not classical, but I'm enjoying it. Anyway, bye.